Hey, what's going on, guys? Sleeveless Mike of Raw Dog Sports back with another mock draft. We are on to the 13th mock draft. That means we are on to the Rams, who are typically in a F them picks mentality. We're less than a minute into the video. I'll hold off on the F bomb real quick. But they do hold a first round pick still. They've made some moves. They traded away their later first round pick for a Trent McDuffie. But the Rams are already a very good team. They can get better, much better with this 13th overall pick. They may need to do some extra crazy things because who knows what Puka Nakua is doing. He might be out there biting people, saying anti-Semitic shit. So they might need to draft a receiver very early if they weren't already planning on one. Puka may have a little bit of a suspension coming his way. But with that, guys, no energy drinks. It's nighttime here, so I'd like to go to sleep at some point. So no energy drinks, but we are going to get right into this mock draft. So we got the Rams, 13th pick, 7 rounds. PFF big board. None of this stuff changes, so everything is the same for the mocks. Let's enter and let's see what happens. No surprises at the top there, per usual. Fernando Mendoza 1. David Bailey now 2. That is starting to change. Arvell Reese 3. Jeremiah Love 4. Ruben Bain 5. Francis Mauinoa 6. Caleb Downs 7. Sonny Styles 8. Monroe Freeling 9. Carnell Tate 10. Mansour Delane 11. Jermod McCoy at 12. And now the Rams are on the clock. Wide receiver, tackle, linebacker of need. Spencer Fano right here, one of the better tackles in this draft. But I also have a Mekhi Lemon. Now, I don't know if I want to bring in a Mekhi Lemon and a Puka Nakua. That would be a really tough sell, I feel like, considering maybe some of the character issues that have come up with Mekhi Lemon throughout the draft process, specifically at the combine with his media veil. But wide receiver is a need. Obviously, we talked about Puka possibly getting in trouble. Devontae Adams, good receiver still, but he's not the Devontae Adams of old. He's lost a step, but he still is a capable piece. However, you need somebody else that can really move the sticks, move in outside of Puka. And I don't know that they have a guy with a ton of juice. Like Devontae Adams is steady Eddie. Like you throw it to him, he's got to catch the shit. Reminds me of a Joe Juravicious, because Browns fan over here. But they need somebody else who can go out there and be explosive. Mekhi Lemon is that guy. Jordyn Tyson also very much that guy, though. The injury concerns are there. If the medicals come back and everybody likes the medicals, I mean, he's a dog. 6'2", 200 pounds. So he ain't little. Runs routes really, really well. Dynamic as hell after the catch. He's just not necessarily going to be a guy that you go throw a jump ball to. But you don't really need that. And that's not necessarily the Rams offense to begin with. So if it comes down to a receiver, which I think it's going to, while Spencer Fano right here is intriguing, I am very much worried that Puka is going to spend some time on the inactive list. I'm going to go with Jordyn Tyson right here. Character issues will become a bigger deal inside that Rams organization if Puka gets suspended. So we're going to go Jordyn Tyson right here with that 13th pick. It's going to be a little bit of a reach. PFF is going to hate it based on position and, where they think I should have gone, but who gives a shit? All right, now moving on. Tackle, linebacker, wide receiver. So what they've already done in the offseason, they have made the trade for Trent McDuffie, like I said, corner. Jalen Watson, they go out and agree to a 3-year deal with him. They re-sign Cam Curl. They bring in Tyler Higbee. They bring back their long snapper or a long snapper. I don't know whose long snapper it was, but typically you just bring back your own. And then they brought in a linebacker who's going to play special teams. So they have improved their secondary drastically. That front seven was pretty good. Now, linebacker, they say it's a need. Joshua Trotter, I don't feel like this is a great fit. They run a 3-4 as well. So I need, if I'm going to go with a D lineman, I'd want to go with a bigger guy, but this feels like a reach at 61. Now, Halsey is a really good prospect. They kept Cam Curl. They've got Cameron Kitchens. I don't know if they would consider bringing in another safety, especially considering they just paid one and they don't normally pay safeties. But a corner, because here's the thing, they did go out, they reshaped their corners. They get Trent McDuffie. They get Jalen Watson. They got Quentin Lake in the nickel, but I mean, they can still use some depth. They had to go out and rework that room because it was a problem. So why not go out and maybe try to address that now? Now, because I saw Davis and Igmanosin at the Senior Bowl, I'm not super, super high on him. I thought he was okay at Ohio State, did what he needed to do. I mean, allowed, 42.6% passer rating, no picks, ball skills early on in his career. He just had a really hard time with good route runners. Now, if he's not forced into starting or being a huge part right away, he could be a good piece because the physical measurements. I mean, he's 6'2", 195 long, runs really well. Like there's an athlete there. I don't know that he has all the nuances of a corner that you can just give a side to. I don't know. He's a true number 2 corner. He's definitely not a number 1. Traden Stukes. Now, I don't know a ton about this kid. The PFF metrics look very good, but he's there in the slot. Now, this wouldn't be terrible. 6'2", 200 pounds, 6'2" slot. Yeah, that's intriguing. So I don't know a ton about this guy, but I'm going to do some more digging. Traden Stukes, 6'2" slot corner, good coverage grade. Yeah, let's hit this guy up. Rams fans, tell me what you think. Have you guys heard of this Stukes guy? I have not. All right, moving on to 93 though. Oh, so quarterback is a need. It's not. I mean, he's not going to play, no matter who it is. Could be Nuss, could be Drew Aller right here. Depends on who you like more and which things that you think that you can fix. Carson Beck also right here. So with Nussmeier, I was not a fan of him going into the season, into the entire process. I didn't think he looked good at Senior Bowl. He won the Senior Bowl MVP. Somebody has to win the damn award. But in practice all week, he was not great. And he kind of regressed. I mean, a lot. Like, I just don't have a good feeling, and everything sailed on him. So it makes me very nervous about his transition to the NFL. Then you talk about a Drew Aller, who is a physical specimen. You build these quarterbacks in a fucking lab, 6'5", 235, laser rocket arm. Only problem is he doesn't necessarily know where the fuck it's going to go. But once again, he will not be playing right away. Carson Beck, man, fucking burst onto the scene. Then he gets injured, right? Comes down, transfers, leads Miami to the national championship. Really good year this year, bounce back year. But that arm strength is still not quite there because he had Tommy John. So every single one of these quarterbacks has a wart. Which one do you think that you can fix? Nussmeier, in my opinion, is not a guy that I can see taking over in a year or two. I understand he has a dad who's in the NFL. He shouldn't be very good with all the concepts, and maybe he's really really football smart. But man, when I watch him play, it feels like he's not confident, and then the ball just fucking sails. Drew Aller, can we do a Josh Allen style build with this young man and fix his accuracy? I don't know. I feel like that's really hard to do. Josh Allen's a fucking unicorn. It's it's not normal that people improve their accuracy. That's one of the things that typically doesn't improve. So that leads me to Carson Beck here. Now, feels like an overdraft. His average draft position 121. This is pick 93. There will not be a quarterback worth taking that we can let sit behind Stafford if I wait. I don't like Nuss, and I'm not sure Aller can recreate what Josh Allen did. I'm going to go with Carson Beck. As he gets more removed from that Tommy John, that arm may get stronger and stronger. That's where I'm going to lean into. I'm going to lean into a bit of little medical science here and go with Carson Beck, hoping that that arm gets stronger and has more time because he's going to be resting, not going to be playing, and he'll learn from Stafford. So going Carson Beck right here. And now we've got a long way to go, all the way down to 207. Ooh, Eli Heidenreich. I mean, I can talk about Eli Heidenreich again. Okay, so let's talk about what we've already done. We've done Jordyn Tyson, Traden Stukes, and Carson Beck with the first three. Wide receiver, corner, quarterback. Still says I need a tackle and a linebacker. I am 100% certain that there is not a tackle I am very interested in at this point at all. Yeah, no, there isn't. Um, Linebacker. There we go. Okay, so we can go with a Harold Perkins here. We'll slot right in a 3-4 as an outside linebacker. Won't be expected to do a lot right away. And that's fine. He will contribute rotationally. And I think that would be good for him. And he'll play on special teams. So Harold Perkins Jr. At 207 to the Rams. Down to 232. You guys don't need running back. Once again, there are no tackles worth taking. Now, the interior of that offensive line, Steve Avila, Kevin Dotson, and Coleman Shelton. Not bad. I mean, the line was okay last year. You could maybe look for some depth here in a Parker Brailsford. Yeah, you know what? Let's just do that. Let's get a little bit of depth here. Let's add Parker. He's played a little bit of guard in the past. Coming up on 251 comp pick. Oh, then at this point, we're just drafting for some help. Let's see if I can say this. Fa'ali Fa'amoa. I don't know how close that was. Let me know how far I fucked that up. We're going to go right here and add a tackle as it's a need, and then back on it with 252. Finishing this thing out. Man, is there anybody that you just take a flyer on? I've done this once. I just want him to be able to stand up. He's a good athlete. Could have had his brother earlier in this draft. Decided to go in a different way. Let's finish it out with the Logan fan right here as the edge, and we'll see how much PFF hates this draft. Grading. Grading. Come on, PFF. There we go. All right. So, I should not have gone with Romello Height over Carson Beck, in my opinion. But okay, I understand. All right. So, Jordyn Tyson, B plus. Traden Stukes, B minus. Carson Beck, D. They did not like that at all. Harold Perkins, B. Parker Brailsford, B minus. Fa'ali'i Fa'amoa, B plus. Logan Fano, C plus, for an overall grade of a B minus in the bottom 35% of drafts. All right, so PFF doesn't like it, but PFF doesn't know everything. Rams fans, let me know what you think. Is this the receiver that you want? Do you want to go receiver with the first pick? I'm surprised you guys still have a pick at this point. I thought fuck them picks was going to happen with everything. You guys were just going to go all in, and then maybe draft a quarterback in the second round to sit behind Stafford. That wasn't necessarily available to me here. So let me know what you guys want to do. And tell me how much you love or hate this draft. But guys, thank you very much. Time is the most valuable thing that you have. So anytime you give some to me or anybody associated with the No Sleeves Network and Raw Dog Sports, I am forever grateful. To all of our guys who are getting ready to head overseas, we wish you safe travels. Get the job done. Get home safe. Love you and appreciate you here at the No Sleeves Network. But guys, with that, I'm going to get out of here. See you.